Hi, I am Michelle Fox. So I wanted to do a few introductory videos. And if you're kind of feeling like, oh my gosh, nobody told me I had to do something like that. Short, sweet, simple, to the point, okay? I promise. And if you are in Mary Kay purely for the personal use discount, this is probably the only video that you'll need to watch. And I do need you to watch it because I have had people come in and not fully understand the concept of being an active consultant. There's a difference between being a consultant and being an active consultant. And I think that part of the confusion lie in our presentation when we talk to people about coming into Mary Kay. We say three things usually. We say that you're never obligated to place an order, that you become a consultant by signing your agreement, by deciding, do I want the e-start, do I want the starter kit? Boom, you're a consultant once you decide and you pay for that. That is true. However, in order to have the purchasing power of a consultant, you have to place what we call a qualifying order. And that has a window of time where you are considered active and can purchase with that kind of purchasing power. So that's what we're going to talk about, because the more you understand that, the more you can strategically choose to order. And that is particularly important if you are personal use, because if, for example, you only order 2 times a year or 4 times a year, but you forgot something and you just want to quickly order something small, you have to do that within this window of time. So I just need to explain that, if you'll indulge me. I do have a workbook that if you are, a bookish person like me, gosh, I think it's new consultant welcome packet. I'm not sure, but I'll either email that to you or I'll tag you in it. It is on this Facebook group. It's somewhere in here. And that goes through a lot of this information. But again, if you're personal use, most of that is not going to be relevant to you. So, okay, so now those of you that are not personal use, don't tune me out, because you need to understand this as well, okay? So here's the dealio. When you sign your agreement and pay for your kit, either e-start or starter kit, you are considered a consultant with the company, okay? So you have that title. And you will have that title for 12 months, no matter what. So you could conceivably purchase your starter kit and not do anything, not purchase anything else, not make any wholesale order, and you would still be a consultant for a full calendar year. So that is true. And when we say that we don't have any quotas, like we don't have to sell a certain amount per month, we don't have to have a certain amount of parties per month, all true. When we say you don't have to have inventory, absolutely true. Okay? So don't misinterpret anything that I'm saying here. But here's the thing, is that if we said, okay, buy a 35, is it 35? No, 30. Buy a $30 e-start, and then you can start buying at half price forever and ever, amen. We would never keep our customers, right? Like everybody would do that. Well, why not? I'll pay the $30 and then I'll just pay, I'll get half price the whole rest of my life. What a deal. So there has to be like a threshold. There has to be a qualifying amount that basically tells Mary Kay that you are either like a really, really, really good customer, personal use person, or you are using this like a business. You're pursuing this as a business. And so that threshold amount is $225 your cost. So your very first order to the company will be at least $225 plus tax plus shipping. All right, so we'll just let that sink in for a minute. And when you pay that $225, you are getting $450 worth of products. How that will look as you're putting your order together is that as you are adding things to your cart, you'll see full price, full price, full price, full price, all the way until you get up to 450, and then it will drop to half price because you haven't hit that mark yet. Once you hit 450, then you have qualified for your 50% discount. So I've actually had people like put like $425 in their cart and assume they're getting their 50% off because it's awfully darn close. But no, you have to make sure that you have at least $450 of retail product. So hear this. So like if you ordered $300, you're going to pay $300. But if you order $450, you're only going to pay $225. Okay. So it feels like, what are you talking about? $450? That's a lot of money. Okay, but you're only going to pay $225, okay? So you have to get up there in order for it to drop in half. Okay? And you'll see it happen. If you don't see that half price discount, do not send that order in, okay? You need to contact me and we'll figure out what's going wrong because it is imperative that you see whatever price is on there is the price you're going to pay. So you want to make sure that it is kosher, that it's what you are expecting to pay. So once you pay the $225, then you are active. And whatever day of the month that falls on is basically irrelevant, but you are active for that month. So whether it's the 1st, the 15th, the 27th, whatever. So if we're talking about November, you are active for November. That is month 1, regardless of if it's early, middle, late, that's month 1. So even if it's the last day of the month, you were only, your month 1 only lasted 1 day. Okay. That's just how it works. And then you are considered active for the following 2 months. So if you placed a $225 your cost order in November, at any point in November, then you would be active November, December, and January. And if you did nothing else, no other orders, as of the end of January, you would lose your active status. So February 1st, if you tried to place an order, you would have to pay full price again. Whereas anytime during these 3 months, you're going to get your half price discount. So yes, you have to do the big honkin' order initially, but then anytime during these active months, you can place any size order. So you do the $225, and then maybe 6 weeks go by and you're like, oh shoot, I wish I would have gotten a satin hands. You can go back in and just get a satin hands, but you can't wait for 4 months and decide that you want a satin hands. Okay. I've got a graphic to kind of help you process this, but I just wanted to like talk it through first so that you're kind of like, oh, okay, I think I get it. But let's look at it for visual learners like me. Let's look at it. Okay. So for example, if in February you did a $225 wholesale order, let's see, I better go over here, $225 wholesale order, then you became active. So that is called A1 status. And then you are active for February, March, and April. So you're A1, A2, A3. As of May 1st, the blue month, you are inactive. Okay. February, in this case, in this situation, same thing. You do like a 225, so you're A1. But you know what? You do 2 orders in March that together equal 225 again. So instead of this becoming an A2 month, you just reinstated A1 because it's like you did the 225 all over again. So your very first one has to be 225 all together. But if you're in a pink month, it can be 225 cumulative to reactivate A1 status. It'll take a minute for you to process that, but that's okay. That's what I'm here for. So here, now you're A1. So you were A1 here, You were going to be A2 here, but now, boop, you're A1, A2, A3. Okay? Let's do one more example down here. So this one, you did a 225 in January. You became active, A1. February, you just needed a few things. You did 75 wholesale. That's your cost. Retail is what it's worth. Wholesale is your cost. Well, that's not enough to reinstate A1 status, so you're A2 status, which means in March you started out A3 status. This was going to be your last active month, but turns out you placed two big orders that totaled 225 during a pink month. So you reactivated A1 status, so you've just extended your active status. So now you're A1, A2, A3. And so you just managed to stay active for January, February, March, April, May. So that's awesome. That means that during all 5 of those months, you could order at any size and get the discount. So that's a great accomplishment. And that's what I mean about strategically placing your order. Let's say you did the 110 in March, and then you wanted to do the 115. You knew all along you were going to do the 115, but you waited until April 1st to do it. Guess what? You wouldn't have been able to do it. Because why? Because you would have been A1, A2, A3, and you would have only done the 110, so you wouldn't have done enough to become A1 again. So here would have been a blue month. And when you would have gone in to do a 115 wholesale, it would have said, sorry, Charlie, you need to do a 225 again. So again, that's why it's super important that you realize that if when you do it on March 30th or 31st, that's going to count together to, make you A1 again. You wait until April 1st. Not only does it not count, but you can't even do it because you would have to do the 225. So I know that it's a lot to process, especially if you've never done any kind of sales before. But, you will hear it referred to over and over and over. And if you ever have a question, you can see as you're putting your order together, if you are active, as soon as you put things in your cart, up in the right hand corner, you'll see the retail value and the wholesale price that you're going to pay. And if those two numbers stay the same, that means that you're inactive, that you need to earn that discount. If those two numbers, show a 50% discount, then you're in the clear. Okay, you're good, you're fine, you're golden. And like I said, if you ever don't understand or you're in doubt, you can ask me. There are ways to see your status on In Touch, marykay In Touch. That is our main website that we go to as consultants. There's all kinds of reports where you can go on there and you can see the orders that you've placed, when you placed them, your active status, where you land in terms of contests. Let's say that you want to earn a prize or something. All of that information is available. But I just want you to understand the concept of it all, because it is a drag to be that person that waits until the first of a new month and then you realize, oh, wait, what a minute? What a minute. Wait a minute. If I would have done this yesterday, it would have benefited me greatly, but because I waited till today, now I can't even do it. So that's why I just like to take some time and talk and make sure that everybody understands that that's the deal. So obviously that doesn't mean that you can only do a 225, but for personal use people, that's got to be your goal. That's what you need to shoot for. If you're good with the products that come in your starter kit and you don't need anything for a while, that's fine too. You don't have to place an order at all, or you've got 12 months. So, hang tight. Just let me know when you're ready to place an order. Now, on the other hand, if you are in marykay to make money, or if you even think that maybe you want to make money, like you in saying, well, I'm looking forward to the personal discount, but maybe I'll sell to friends and family. If you are that person, then I need to talk to you about the benefits of going beyond a 225, because this is not a personal purchase like going to TJ Maxx and buying an outfit, or going to a Mary Kay party and buying a miracle set for yourself. This is a business investment. We're talking about getting products to put on your shelf to give to your customers, to serve your customers. And so the way that you think about it is different than how you think about a personal use purchase. So the next video is going to go through the rationale, like what you need to consider when you think about the size of your first order, because Mary Kay has an incentive program. They want you to get off to a good first start, and so they have lots of incentives, lots of bonuses, freebies, and basically the bigger your order is, the more free stuff you get. And I do not push people to order more than they can handle, but I do believe in the importance of having products on your shelf. It will make your life easier. It will build your business faster. Mary Kay said you can't sell from an empty wagon, and it is true. So take some time to digest this, and when you're ready, watch the next video, which is going to explain the benefits of having inventory, even at a lower level, but to have a little something on your shelf so that you can satisfy your customers on the spot. Okay, so I'll see you there.